What's up everybody, welcome back. I am Ant217 and today I'm going to be redrawing one of my old works. In my last video that I posted, I talked about 5 tips to help you improve as an artist. So I want to see if I actually improved as an artist. So I want to see if using those tips actually helped me improve. And to do that, I'm going to go on my Instagram, just scroll to one of the earlier artworks and pick one to redraw. So I'm going to just open up my Instagram. If you are not already following me, please do. And this is my profile picture. If you see that one, that is me. Yeah, this is my Instagram. My works are very different. I do practice in different styles. This is one of my favorite ones right here. Little Sheriff Woody action. As you can see, I have a lot of different styles. Some works that I really like here. And some that I feel could use a redraw. And honestly, some that should probably be maybe deleted, to be honest. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep them here. In my old works, I oftentimes didn't even draw in a nose. Right, I just did a little L shape for the noses most of the time, not all the time. I have had more of an anime feel to some of my works, and I still do. I love anime, but my style has definitely changed. I think I'm gonna go with this one. I really like the perspective here, and I actually really like this piece, and I do want to see if I can improve it. It's one of my favorite pieces, so this is the one I'm going to go with. But I cannot find the original reference. I am going to use other references to make up for the lack of the original reference. And I'm probably going to use even more references than I did with the original. I remember with the original, I just had 2 references. One for the actual model and one for the boots that she's wearing. That's it. And this one, I'm going to use a little bit more references. So today I'm going to see if I improved by drawing one of my old works. Let's get started. All right, so I always start with my sloppy sketch work. So when I'm doing my sketches, I'm just trying to get the pose right, trying to get the perspective right. I'm trying to get the proportions correct in my original sketch. To be honest, I probably spend too much time on my sketch. I know a lot of artists say try not to spend so much time during their original sketch, that you can get your work to where you want it to be if you just trust the process. But for me, I find that if I have a really good original sketch, then it saves time for me later on trying to fix things. I really don't like having to go back and try to fix things. The way I work and the way my process is, it sometimes can be difficult trying to fix things after. But yeah, so I spend a little bit more time than I would like to on my sketches, but I want it to look good. Make sure you flip the canvas. I always flip the canvas. I flip the canvas a lot. And I do that because when you're looking at a drawing and you think it's a beautiful masterpiece, sometimes when you flip it, it gives you a fresh eye on it. It gives you a fresh take on the drawing. And you just notice some mistakes. A lot of times when I flip the canvas, I notice maybe an eye is a little off. They're not like lined up the right way. Sometimes when I flip the canvas, I just realize the structure of my drawing is incorrect. So I just gotta make some small adjustments. Usually I do that using the liquify tool or the transform tools. Sometimes I gotta erase and redraw certain things, and that's all right. I try to flip the canvas mostly during my sketch phase, and I still do it during the whole process. I do it again when I'm coloring, I do it again when I'm rendering, I do it again when I'm inking. But I really want to make sure my sketch is good, so I flip the canvas a lot during my sketch. So after I do my sketch, I get right to the inking. Some artists don't use inking, they just paint. I try to do the no outline artworks with just painting, it's a process for me. It's a little difficult for me. I am working on that as well, just because I like to try different styles here and there. But for me, I am more comfortable doing outlines. So I like to do my line work. For line work, I like to do a mixture of thick and thin lines. I do thicker lines around curves, and then when they go to a more straight line, they get a little thinner. My style has definitely changed, and I also want to point out in my rendering, I use cell shading and I still try to keep it painterly. I use a little bit of both. Cell shading, for those of you who don't know, is a style of shading that you use blocks of color, and then within that block of color, you use a slightly darker color, and it just gives you layers of shading. So in my style, I try to do cell shading and try to mix it in with some painterly styles as well. One of my favorite things about the original and about the original reference was the way that the wind was catching the shirt. I just like the way you see the shadows on the shirt and on the skin when things like that happen. And that's actually why I picked it, also along with the perspective. But I wanted to practice that rendering on the clothes. Now, this is one of my favorite parts. I know a lot of artists talk about this because it's very, very satisfying. I'm gonna do what I call lighting. AAH. And that just stands for awesome highlights. Can't say that on YouTube. So yeah, look at that. Before, after. Before, after. One thing that I want to do different with this piece is exaggerate the lighting. I feel like exaggerating the lighting just makes for a more appealing drawing. People like shiny things, so make the drawing a little bit more bright, make it a little bit more. Well, enough chit chat. I want to see the finished piece. Do you guys want to see the finished piece? Well, here it is. I know what you're thinking. I cheated. The original didn't have a background. That's one thing I'm hoping to improve in. I want to start adding more backgrounds to my work. For a long time, I just did white backgrounds just because it was I feel like it was an Instagram trend. A lot of people were just doing white backgrounds. But I want to start getting into some backgrounds. That one is just a little simple background. I didn't want to do too much detail because the first one didn't have a background. I hope you guys liked it. Do you guys think I improved? If you did, tell me what you think I improved in. Tell me what you think still needs more work. Now, me, myself, I do notice a lot of improvement. For one, my style has changed over time, which is fine. I like my new style better, so I'm okay with the style change. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please press like and subscribe. And I am Ant217, and you just remember, I'm awesome. I think. Thanks for watching.